Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. And boxing is and boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Let me tell you something, man. Let me ask you something. Who loses first? Abdullah Mason, Keyshawn Davis, or Shakur Stevenson? That's a serious question, man. Because when I watch all of them, that's what I ask myself, man. I wonder which one of these guys is going to lose first. All three of them have fights coming up. And all three of them are stepping up in competition in their next fights. But it's a matter of who's going to lose first. Now, make sure you like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Leave that donation for that fried rice and chicken wings. Become a member to the channel. If you watch my videos, I don't know why you ain't a member. It's only $3, $4 a month. You out here being members of everybody else's channel who just keep recycling the same bullshit. Over here, you get original content, and it's a fun channel. Now, that being said, I gotta just be honest, man, based on the upcoming fights for Shakur Stevenson, Mason, and Keyshawn, Abdullah Mason may be in the toughest spot. And I'm gonna tell you, I think if anyone loses next, even though I got Shakur losing to Zepeda, I think Mason. I'm gonna tell you, I think Abdullah Mason's a good fighter. I think he has, everything it takes to continue to build his platform and profile. But I just see something in him. I'm like, nah, he can get knocked out. Anyone can get knocked out, but I see him getting knocked out sooner than later. And I'm just being honest with you. Something about the way he went down when he fought that guy that had that weird hairstyle. You know what I mean? That fight where he got dropped twice. It's just something about the way he went down that told me that he's chinny. He's chinny. And if anyone gets hit right on the button, they go down. But not the way he was going down. Not the way he was going down. But anyway, man, he may be facing the toughest challenge, man. He's set to fight Jeremiah Nakatila, however you pronounce his name. I hate to butcher his name. He's fighting him June 7th. And I just have a feeling, man, when he's stepping up in competition with a guy like this, man, who's got power, who's got experience, I think we're gonna see. It's either Mason's gonna pass the test or he's not, because it's not gonna get any easier. You know what I'm saying? And remember, he got dropped already, so there's a chance he could struggle. But when you look at Keyshawn Davis now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I just see Keyshawn getting better and better. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I watch Keyshawn, I'm like, man, I don't know. Unless somebody can hit him and hurt him, he may be around for a while. Keyshawn Davis can really fight. And I get it. You got to look at the competition in front of him. But he's going to get an opportunity, man, to defend his WBO lightweight title when he faces Edwin De Los Santos and Abdullah Mason and Keyshawn Davis fighting on the same night. We may see two of them get big wins, or one win, one lose. Both could lose. You just never know. But I'm just saying, man, Keyshawn Davis is highly skilled. He's got power. He got the charisma. He's got everything. But he's getting in there with the Dominican monster, De Los Santos. And everyone knows that this is a competitive matchup. But the one thing everybody else knows and they're talking about is how De Los Santos has been out the ring for a while, and how that could give Keyshawn Davis a bit of an advantage. And even if he won, he wouldn't get the credit that he would want for beating a guy like De Los Santos, because he didn't beat him when he was in his prime. He didn't fight a guy like De Los Santos when Shakur fought him. That De Los Santos was fighting regularly and was out here putting the bing-bings on people. And he's coming off of, I think, some surgeries and injuries. So the bottom line is he's being teed up for Keyshawn Davis to just, to hit a grand slam. But I don't know if he's going to be able to pull that off, because, man, if De Los Santos hits Keyshawn and catches him, which, Keyshawn has done a really good job working on his defense. But if De Los Santos can get there, I think he could drop it. I think he can knock out Keyshawn. De Los Santos got pop. But we also know that, and Keyshawn's the favorite to win. And Keyshawn could knock him out too. It's going to be a very, very interesting fight between Keyshawn Davis and De Los Santos. But I still think Mason is the one who probably looks a bit fragile, kind of like Shakur Stevenson's hands. Speaking of Shakur Stevenson, He's fighting Zepeda, man, on July 12th, and I'm gonna tell you, I already talked enough about Zepeda and Shakur Stevenson. I just think the pressure is gonna create some issues for Shakur. But look, Shakur he has defensive mastery, and I think his grandfather who trained him. But everyone who was involved in that community to help build Shakur Stevenson, they've done a very, very good job. To the point to where a lot of people feel Shakur Stevenson is the best boxer right now, pound for pound. But nonetheless, Shakur Stevenson is going to be tough to beat. I got Zepeda beating him, but if Shakur wins, I wouldn't be surprised. As a matter of fact, if he beats Zepeda, I'll give him all the credit in the world. I'm telling you, he's a great fighter. I just think styles make fights sometimes. Put it to you this way: Who would have thought? Who would have thought Ricardo Mayorga would have beat Vernon Forrest? That's what I'm getting at. And Ricardo Mayorga didn't have the skill set. He didn't have nothing better than Vernon Forrest, but he just found a way to win. So just keep that in mind. Now, Abdullah Mason, if he gets caught early, I'm just telling you, man, he probably gonna take a loss. But they all had a skill set. All these fighters have the skill set to win, but it's a matter of who's more at risk. And I just think when you look at the upcoming fights, it's Abdullah Mason, man. You know, it makes you wonder if this is Top Rank saying we're going to step him up, kind of see how it goes, like they did Berlanga, and see if he can do the business. But if he can't, maybe they'll stop right there and just kind of make sure he's on a more of a level playing field going forward the next couple of fights to where they feel he's ready for the next jump up. One thing about Top Rank and the matchmaking, they do a really, really good job, man. But even if he's having success, you know, I like that in a fighter. Abdullah Mason is really offensively minded. Like, he's coming in there looking for the matchup, crash up, and knock you out. But if he gets caught with something big, which there's a chance he can, man, all that talent won't matter because the risk he's taking is stepping up, and especially, man, the higher you go up, the harder you fall. I think all the hype around him is just going to fizzle out just like it did with Jared Anderson, man. Nobody out here talking about Jared Anderson no more. Big baby Jared Anderson. Nobody talking about him anymore. He came out here and got tranquilized by Martin McCauley, and now nobody talks about him anymore. You know what I'm saying? Then he came and had a fight after that and looked horrible. Nobody talks about him anymore. So I think they'll do Mason the same way, but Mason got a different kind of speed, different kind of power, different kind of skill that could keep him safe and could keep the Nakatila away from him with that pressure. But the bottom line, no matter how slick Mason is, how skilled he is, when you start talking about raw power, man, you know, and Mason's got some power, but this guy he's fighting got that raw power too. And that's why I said for me, he has to discourage this guy. If Mason can't discourage his opponent and can't discourage him early, that shit's going to get ugly in there. I'm telling you it's going to get ugly for Mason. But at the end of the day, just one thing I know about him, he's smart. Even if he feels like he's not winning with an aggressive style, he'll get on that back foot and box you and could run you into something. So Mason, he's developing on schedule. I just think he's going to have to look at putting more weight on his punches, man. And I don't know if he necessarily needs a different approach the way he's been fighting. I just think he needs to have those eyes wide open and see everything that the opponent's throwing at him. If not, he's going to get hit, he's going to get hurt, and he's going to be looking like Jared Anderson against Martin McCauley. But keep the fight long with that jab, man, and use that lateral movement that we know he has in him. Abdullah Mason has shown us that his jab, his timing, putting the right hand behind it while he's on the back foot, that he can get a fighter out of there because he has heavy hands. And I just think it's going to be important when you get a guy who's coming in with relentless pressure and can crack. Use those feints, upper body feints, head feints, hand feints, foot feints. You're going to have to use all those feints just to make the opponent, the aggressor, commit so that you can counter him and you can control him. And if you can do that, he's going to have some opportunities. But when he does counter, I want to see him throw some hard uppercuts, throw some hard hooks. Because an uppercut and a hook, when you get a fighter who's charging in, that works very well against him. And then if it's not working, the guy's getting on the inside, don't exchange with him. Don't get into a firefight with the guy who's looking to put the mash-up crash up on you. You're going to have to clinch and smother him. And everybody can say what they want about Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather was the master of clinching and smothering his opponent's shots. And by being able to tie them up, he was able to disrupt their rhythm and stop their offensive attack, and then get back to doing what he does great. Mason seems a little slim, so I don't know if he can do like Tyson Fury, just lean and tire out his opponent, but I think definitely clinching and leaning on his opponent and just trying to tie him up, those are things that he's going to have to do and do well in order to get the win. And then he does a great job going to the body. Get those aggressive guys coming at you, go to the body. It'll slow him down big time, man. And then throw that stab jab. You know, he's got the reach to where he can throw that stab jab to the solar plexus, man, and disrupt the breathing and make his opponent hesitant. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. All these guys, for me, they need to stay off the ropes. Shakur does a good job of doing that. Keyshawn's seldomly on the ropes. But for Abdullah Mason, you know, he just got to be careful. He needs to make sure he's pivoting. If he's getting pressured, he feels that rope on his back, pivot and get out of there, man. Use those angles to escape, get back to the center of the ring, reset the fight. And if he can do that, I think Abdullah Mason will be okay. But when I look at these three, if I got to pick one, I just see something in Abdullah Mason where I think he's very vulnerable. Very vulnerable. And when he starts stepping up, I think he's going to get exposed. If anyone, so he, I think, is the first one to lose. Then would be Shakur Stevenson. I don't see Keyshawn. I think De Los Santos has a good chance, but I don't know. Keyshawn gets better every fight. There's something special about Keyshawn Davis. But we're going to see how it goes. The next couple of weeks, all three of them are fighting. So you let me know what you think. I'm in the breeze.